we'll go through the whole process of taking the front wheels off the Galant, you know. We'll see how it looks like on camera. And it was a hot day in San Jose today, man. It had been almost maybe mid 80s or low 90s, something like that. And it's still warm till now. So, all right. Actually, let's see if see how it looks like with the light on. Take the wheels off. So now, at full lock, I'm rubbing here. I don't know why. Good question. Hopefully it's nothing bad. Man, that was on setting number 1. Number 1. So yeah, that's the plan. So I got this my little bottle here. It's gonna be my little catch can. I might go get like a piece of cardboard or something just in case it drips on the ground or something. I'm hoping to get this done tonight. And I got the tools, the tools I need to adjust the height. So I'm gonna do that. And I have a caliper with me, so hopefully that'll do the trick. I'm gonna try to raise it 1 inch. I wonder if having it lowered like that makes it rub like that. I'm not sure why it rubs like that. When I turn the wheel all the way, it rubs. So I don't like that, and I don't like that the axle is like pointing upward, and then you know, it feels like the boot, CV boot, is like rubbing on each other. So I'd imagine it's not gonna be good after a while. I've already had to replace that boot too for the steering thing. It looks like some kind of animal got in there and just tore it up. So yeah, man, this car is just giving me all sorts of problems. I don't know, man. All right, so yeah, let's just get to it. You want to make sure you use these flare nut wrenches on these brake lines. So this is how you strip them. You don't use a flare nut wrench, and use a good one. These ones are pretty thick, so this one's like, okay, these are some Harbor Freight ones. So they go in between the brake line. I don't think that's the right one. I don't know what size it is. It must be bigger than a 12. That's for sure. Let's keep on going back. Maybe it's like a 14 or something. So, it's a good thing I got a set of them. Yeah, because the reason we use this is because we can't get anything in there. You can't get a closed end on it. Ideally, you would want to use a closed end wrench. So this is the next best thing. So I believe it is a 14. Yes. Okay. Oh no, here's a 13. 13. You can do it with one hand. Like I'm stripping it. Alright, well anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, I was able to crack it loose with the 14. Yeah, it was kind of sketchy, dude. Spiders everywhere here. Alright, so now we take the rotor out. I mean the caliper out. So I think what I'm gonna do is probably so it'll be lighter. I'm just gonna take the piston part out, slide the one that moves. Okay, before I get too far ahead of that, I'm gonna go ahead and install the Outlander brackets onto the new calipers. So these are the new calipers I got. This is the right side one, I think. It should face up, yeah. Okay, so I don't think these have the same numbers on them. I don't think it matters what direction they are. The brackets. Brackets are unidirectional. So that's how I do it. I think all you need to do is just slide it out. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. All right, there you go. So so this is a good example of how the Outlander brakes are compared to the regular Galant VR4 calipers, or 3000 GT non-turbo Diamante. You know, the Outlanders had bigger rotors. Is what they had. So what this does is a longer bracket. It's longer by like almost a whole bolt hole, as you can see. Pretty cool. Almost a whole bolt hole. It doesn't seem like much, but it makes a difference. It must be good. I don't know. Yeah, it's almost a whole bolt hole. So I figure that's what, a 10 mil? Yeah, I think that's 10 millimeters. So it's about 10. It's about 10-ish millimeters bigger diameter and rotor size. We'll compare when I take the other ones out. The rotor sizes, but those are the calipers difference. Pretty cool. Alright, so all I have to do is pretty much I have to grease up the pins are already greased up. I'm gonna put more grease on it. Well, actually what I'm gonna do is we gotta move these boots. So we gotta move these brand new boots over to the new bracket. As you can see, there is no difference left or right. There is no marking on it at all. Yeah. These ones are shinier than these ones. Whatever, I don't care. I've decided I'm not going to put them, dude. I don't have time to do that. Make it look pretty, you know. Although now would be like the ideal time to do it. Actually, I have some low gloss black paint, but that's 500-degree paint. It'll probably flake off, man. You need to use that ceramic. You need like that 1000-degree paint for this. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna stick these boots on here, and then I'll work the pins here in and out, and then I'll put more grease on the pin and just keep on sticking it in there. Make sure it's nicely lubed. I can see there's some rust forming in there, so that's not good. So it's hard to see, but there's a little bit of surface rust in there. So just make sure it's got some good grease in there, you know. All right. Okay. So yeah. So I move one of them. You basically just peel it off and then just stick it in there. Boom, goes in there easily. That should help keep the dirt out, hopefully. And then we're ready to just slide it on. It's pretty easy. Slide it onto the caliper like that. It's got some white kind of clear grease on it. Pretty smoothly. Alright, I'm gonna try to work it on there, but that's pretty much kind of how it's gonna look. Okay, so I worked it in there a little bit. It was able to move in and out. It was sticking a lot at first, so it's really dry, so I need to go add more lube. But pretty much I just used whatever lube was on the pins, so pack that sucker. Okay, this is what I'm using, Ultra Disc Brake Caliper Lube by Permatex. It's gonna, I I'll probably pull these boots off and then kind of pack a little bit in there, you know, just a little tiny bit, and then I will spray it all over the pin here, and then move it in and out again. It'll get some lube in there and start smoothing the sliding motion. That sounds kind of dirty, actually. All right. Okay, so I got the grease on the pins, some in the holes. Now it's hard to get it in the holes. And I'm just gonna slide it in and out. I think the best thing to do would probably just take the pins out and then just stick them in there and swirl them around. That might be the better idea. I might do that. But first, I'll stick it in there and we'll see. Okay, so I took one of the pins out. I made sure to just take one out at a time, so I don't mix them up. Yeah, so there, see, it's pretty smooth action there. Yeah, all the bugs are showing up. Pretty smooth, good stuff. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna just keep on adding lube to it and just keep on sticking it in there. And it'll get smoother and smoother. And I'm just gonna do that for both of them. So that's a lot smoother than it was before, you know. Okay, all lubed up. It's nice and smooth action there. Right? Alright. Yeah, so we're good to go. I think I'm going to put this back on here now, and then I'm just going to squirt another a little bit more lube, like on the front of it a little bit, and I'm just going to put them together with the boots. Okay, so I got this little plastic baggie in here. It's got a banjo bolt, but I'm not going to use that. I wonder if you could use it, I'm not sure. But anyway, I gotta put these clips on next. Okay, so I got the clips on there. They don't seem to fit perfectly. I don't know why. I might just use the stock ones. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's time to go get back to taking the other stock, the other brake off. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do is get something to catch all that dripping brake fluid. But what I'm gonna do is unbolt the bracket, or just the caliper. Should I take the bracket or the caliper off? I don't know. We'll figure something out. Actually, I'll just take the caliper off. It'll be lighter. So I'm gonna undo the guide pins, or I'll just take the brake pads off. I'll swing it up, take the brake pads out, and then take the caliper out, and then we'll go loosen it, and it'll drip into that thing hopefully. All right. Okay, I got it out. Yeah, that thing is stuck, man. I had trouble getting it out. It would not swing up at all, dude. So that's pretty sure that caliper is done, dude. So there it is. It's dripping. So like I said, what I did is I had to pull these the guide pins out, and then just like kind of pull the caliper out, slide it out slowly, because it was stuck in there. What I could have done, is got the clamp and then push the pistons in using the rotor. But to make it easier to get out, but that's okay. I just slid it out and I got it out. So there it is. There's the bad one. Oh yeah, look at that. As you can see, looks like one of the pistons is going out more than the other. So that's a seized piston right there. That's, if I remember correctly from last time, how was it, like this? Yeah, this side wasn't going out. Yeah, that side wasn't going out. See, so what it was doing is it's pushing on the brake pad crooked, you know, and it's like, yeah, I'm surprised the brake pad didn't wear crooked, but yeah, that one was bad. It's not, both of them aren't moving out. It's only one of them, so that's why it's getting caught. So I'm just gonna let that drip for a while, and then let's go take the pads off. So we're not gonna use the pads. We're gonna reuse the metal backings here. You gotta put grease on the back of the pads and then stick these back on. These brake pads, they look okay. I think they're well, there's a lot of pad left, but I'm pretty sure they're burned, dude. Look at that. This one looks okay. Yeah, this one looks okay. But I'm not gonna reuse it anyway, so we're gonna use the backings. And then I might reuse these clips, because the clips look like they don't fit properly on the other ones, so I might reuse those. So now I'm gonna go take the Galant bracket out. It says 17. Okay, old caliper is out. I had to use this guy to get it out because I didn't want to get my pet gun all juiced up with that. Take the old rotor off. Also, I like to add these are the 5 lug hubs. The Galant comes with 4 lug hubs, so that may very well be why I'm rubbing on that crap over there. Okay, so there we go. So we can go compare the new rotor to the old rotor. There's that one. I'm trying not to get it dirty. I think this is the right one. This is the right one. Let's not get them mixed up. Yeah, okay. So if you look here, hold on, let me get something to line it up. Okay, so you can kind of see how much bigger it is. Like I said, it's about 10 millimeters bigger. Yeah, so right now I have it lined up here on this, whatever this plastic thing is. I don't know what the hell this is. So if I was to put it like that, see, so they were lined up on the bottom, right? So you can see the difference is about, like, yeah, it's about 10 millimeters. This thing isn't perfectly straight though. Yeah, it'd be hard to just make sure this is lined up. Just flip it over. Yeah, I think it's about that much. So you can see. You can see the difference if I line the camera, the bottom of the camera up. It's actually bigger than yeah, see how much bigger it is. Pretty interesting. If I line the bottom of the camera up with that, it's quite a bit bigger. We can even just put them on top of each other. It's pretty lined up. Line up the holes. Okay, so there, the holes are lined up there, so you can see over the edges how much it's about. It's about 10 millimeters. So yeah, that'll be like probably like 5 mil, and another 5 on this side. It's about a 10 millimeter difference, and that's enough surface area, and that gives you a little more leverage on the rotors. So they'll fade less, and you get better brake leverage on it. So making the bigger rotors always helps. So there you go. Alright. So that's the difference between the regular rotors and the Outlander rotor.